Hi! Welcome to such an interesting time. Welcome to this beautiful day, this moment, presently here now. And if you're joining me live, thank you so much for joining me live. If you're watching this as a replay, thank you so much for being here and connecting with your heart. So again, I keep hearing this information of head-heart connection, really connecting that, especially during this time, and trusting what you're receiving, trusting your guidance, your personal guidance. I know the lighting in here is a little interesting on purpose, but also what's going on outside. We're having this mix of snow and rain today. So crystals are floating to the ground along with that beautiful water and that purification and this magic together. So take care of your temple of light. The first thing that I keep hearing repeatedly is taking care of your temple of light, your physical body, your dense light body, right? So the densest light body is your physical body, and it needs care. Self-care is so important for you right now, especially as we dance through these acts of light. And I'll talk about these acts of light in just a moment. But hi, thank you for joining. But taking care of your temple of light is really important for you right now. And again, I see that as your physical body being the densest light body that you have, right, is the physicality. And so many people are having some issues with their body, the fascia, the musculature, some bone, and the discs in their neck, and all of this, the upper back, the lower back, the pelvis, the womb area, the feet, ankles, things that are mobile and can rotate. So it's really interesting. Pay attention to what your temple of light, your body is saying to you, what message and information it's giving you, because it is always informing you, And the best way is to just get quiet for a moment, take a deep breath, and listen and ask, what do I need to know? What are you telling me? How can I better care for you? Right? Thank you. So, really listening to your temple of light speak to you. Some of our temples are speaking very loudly to us, right? With something that's going on muscularly in our fascia or in our bones. Maybe it's even internal organs, right? Like the digestive system. Some are having rapid heartbeats. All of this going on is our body letting us know this melody that we're moving through right now, these acts of light, right? And it's letting us know how we need to care for our bodies, what we need to do. And at that particular area in your body, what you need to care for. For example, if your stomach has been bothering your digestive system, right? And, that's not only food related, so pay attention to your nourishment that you give yourself, but pay attention to the nourishment that you speak or intake from someone else or the people around you. Pay attention to how your environment is nourishing you. Pay attention to your thoughts, your vocal expressions, your creative expressions, or others that you're intaking. Maybe something that you're watching or listening to isn't digesting for you properly. You're having issues digesting it. So this is on many levels, right? Our physical body is the last light body, that dense form of light, to receive the information, because once it's come into our physical body, it's manifest. It's saying, look, I've shown you on all these other energetic levels, this mental, emotional, coming in, and now I'm going to show you, because you haven't taken the time to either care for yourself or to heal the issue that I'm showing you, right? So if it's, your pelvic area, for example, You know, think about, is it the right side? Is it the left side? Is it in back? Does it feel like it's in front? Think about that womb area. Think about, hi, thank you for joining. Thinking about what that really means for you, this birthing or this creation area, you know, even cocooning, because the womb is also a cocooning. And everybody, as I've spoken before, everybody has an energetic womb, everybody. And so the womb is also a cave-like cocoon to go internal and allow something to gestate, right? This gestation process. And so, you know, allowing it to incubate, right? So if you're cramping somewhere, or your hips aren't moving as agilely as they normally do and the grace that they normally do, or you're having some kind of, think about what that means. Also, your hips move you in space, so they also move your life forward as well. Your energy moves this way. Also the heart and the womb, right? Because our heart opens and it moves our upper body, right? Our compass shows us what direction we need to move. It tells us yes and no boundaries there, you know, or whatever it may say. It also shines the light. Think of everything that you touch, and I'll go back to the womb in a moment, but think of everything you touch is coming from the top, down through the heart, out through your arms and your hands. And so you're healing, you're magicking, because I like to use that word, you're magicking, you're sending energy to everything that you tactily touch or get close to touching, because the energy is still coming out, it's emanating from your hand, from your heart that you're receiving in. So think about what your heart is telling you. If your upper back, if you've been saying like this and your upper back's been cramping, or your shoulders, think about the mobility. What does the shoulder do? Because that's telling you in your life what is going on. All right. Elbow, wrist, what do they do? How do they function? That's telling you what's happening energetically, mentally, emotionally in your life that you need to heal, magic, pay attention to, self-care. Okay. But the womb. So again, I saw this beautiful bird today when we were playing outside in the rain, and it was so large with its wingspan, and it went from east to north. And so I pay attention to nature, because we're a part of nature, the fae, all of the life forms, and we all inform each other, right? Healing, magic, lessons. And so the east, you know, you might be feeling like all these new ideas are arising, these projects, these thoughts, these aha moments, these understandings, enlightenments, whatever you may call them, are arising, right? Take time to write. Take time to sing and express with your vocal cords, or chant. Take time to experiment with singing or chanting, or saying a mantra, or paying attention to what you're saying and how you're saying it, right? When we tell stories to children, or the bards even, when they're passing on ancient information, very important, profound, and sacred, is the same as storytelling to children. We want to use our voice in a way that holds the magic in the container of the vibration and frequency that we need to use to open the worlds. It's like a key to open the worlds. So this is, you know, this powerful use of our voice, of our sound, our music right here. So, okay. But so the north, so if all these projects are coming up, or these ideas, these thought patterns coming up for you, and they feel exciting, it's time to still incubate them for a little bit. They're coming up. You need to make room and release what no longer serves. Again, what no longer serves, allow it to fall away, or consciously say, okay, I now release you. And so you can set with each thing that arises and take a moment and say, I now release you. And you can do this in the bathtub, in the shower, as you feel that water washing over you. You can do this if you put oil on your body, you know, rubbing it in, rubbing away, wiping away, because oil actually, especially if it has essential oils in it, it can cleanse the auric field in our bodies, right, on that energetic level. So massaging the stomach, the womb area, the heart area, activates and cleanses. And I'm talking like sweet almond oil, jojoba. It can be a carrier oil with, any kind of essential oils that feel right to you or that you know of. All right. But this is something that you want to incubate your ideas that are arising. You want to make room. So allow the old stuff to continue to fall away right now during this dance of light, this melody of light. And so what does that mean? Acts of light. Well, when light is shining, like right now I have a candle lit. And so it's kind of dark outside. And when light is shining, it flickers and moves, it undulates. And so it's a dancing light. It's an act of light, a beingness of light. That represents our pilot light, our inner flame, our divine flame within, right? Rising in that kundalini, rising and our energy opening and receiving, right? And also anchoring down into the earth. So the act of light is that beautiful light source that we have within us and that is coming to us, right? From the other realms of light, the light language, the light coding, the information that you receive, hearing, seeing, feeling, knowing, remembering, right? And even with our eyes, we take in light everywhere we look. Even in the dark, there's light, right? Even in the dark, there's light. So if you're in that place, we're undulating and moving through this light-dark time with the retrogrades. And so right now I'm feeling them, and I would love to know how you're feeling them if you want to make comments. But I'm feeling them, and if you're watching the replay, you can make comments below. I'd love to connect with you on that. But as acts of light, as this beautiful light source is here, and there's this other bit going on here that you need to face and release and let go. And I know we've been doing this for such a long time, but allow it to just dance. Allow it to emerge, this beautiful light and its opposite. Which is it really its opposite? I look at it more as its dance partner. Its melodic partner, right? These notes go together, the shadows and the light. And so as we move through this musical time or this melody of acts of light, you will feel these flames licking and flickering and opening within you, and these enlightened ideas, this inspiration coming. Right now is a time to keep that incubated, to keep it inspired, and to write it down, to work on it, to hone it, whatever may be coming up for you, and creating a space for it by looking at the darker or the bits that need to be released, okay? Looking at them and letting them go, letting them fall away. Working on your temple of light, that junky stuff that's coming up, that's cracking and popping, and it's trying to stretch. Sometimes, on a physical level, that can be carbon bubbles, that can be the fascia, like pulling, and, it can be so many different things, but we want to awaken our densest light form, and that's our physical body. So if you can create a rhythm for yourself every morning and in the evening, so we want to awaken it just like when you stand in the rising sun. This is an act of light. The sun is rising, it's awakening each wheel up our column of light, up our spine, right? And it awakens it because it goes through our body. It's in front and back. Sometimes we forget the back. But the chakra system, right? It awakens and attunes the light, the wheels, just as big as they need to be, as balanced as they need to be if you're standing in the rising sun. The same if you're standing in the setting sun, then it adjusts them for the evening to calm and balance and harmonize everything for your deepest sleep, to bring in those dream messages, the dream healings, the dream initiations and journeys that we're all moving through. So also being the moon in Leo right now, it's that active light and that's why I think they also want me to keep talking about that light flowing. So allowing yourself to receive the light, the coding, the information, bringing it down, dropping it down into your womb area, right into your pelvis, allowing yourself to digest it, allowing yourself to feel it, to incubate it, and to sit with it, to be with it, and to be present. Okay, this is all what they're saying in acts of light. Okay, and to allow yourself the time to take care of you. Like I know I've said that before and shared that with you before, but it's really important to step away from the busyness, right? Step away from the clatter, or the words they're giving me, the clanging and the sounds, right? To listen to your breath, your heartbeat, your womb calling, your calling of creation, your calling of what needs to let go. Because when that bird flew to the north, the direction of the old wise woman, the crone, the winter, and right now we're in winter season where I live, right? And in this winter season, it's really about that earthiness and that groundedness. So as we receive, and we receive this beautiful light and these beautiful enlightened moments, we ground them and stay grounded, and we anchor them into the earth. We allow our light to flow into those beautiful ley lines and gridding in the earth. We allow self-care, because winter's that time to slow down, to go within, and to self-care. And so this is a theme that you'll be seeing this winter. And even if you're in the southern hemisphere, you may feel that slow down right now. I have some fey beans in here with me, so if you see some light moving around, that's what's going on. I'm hearing them. Yeah, so they're talking about the deep magic of the earth that we can connect with, the deep rhythms of her cycles, when we listen and we slow down and we take time to be present. So if you had 5 things on your calendar planned, it's okay if you don't get them all completed. Choose one and start with the most important that your heart is saying, actually this one's most important to me today. Or maybe it's none of those, something else arises today. Follow your heart, follow that guidance, because it's taking you to your true north of that womb space, of that regeneration, of that birthing, of that opening, right? Of that chalice, so womb is also known as a chalice of holding the eternal waters, the everlasting life, right? The abundance of flow, the initiation, the initiatory waters. Also, the cauldron of plenty, right? Some of you may have heard that they're very connected to the Fae. The cauldron of plenty. I'm looking for my cards because I'm going to draw some now. And so this is a time to listen what's within, the deep callings of yourself, okay? Taking care of your physical body, taking care. And one way to do that is to rest and to move, to be present, to listen to your heart. So, okay, maybe those were 4 ways, but moving, stretching, gentle stretching. You can do gentle yoga, gentle dancing, or whatever calls to you in forms of movement, and then resting, just lying down if you choose, wherever you might be. Some people, both. I'm going to draw from both card decks. Thank you. Thank you, Alice. So both card decks. But it wasn't unusual to see dancers lying around sleeping at the theater. Sometimes in full costume, sometimes not. But yeah, wrapped up in their, warmers and things like that. But even to see people, I've seen my friends who worked in offices, bring a blanket with them and lay down and curl up for just a few minutes. We need to go within. Yeah, exactly, womb somatics. It's really time to allow yourself that. And for men right now, or people who have the masculine energy very strong within them, and that's what they're expressing right now, it's really important to acknowledge that and to allow yourself this time of rest when your body calls for rest, when your womb is calling for rest, because that is the creation point right there. 45 Children's Bedtime Affirmations stack that Noelle Swanson and I did. She's a beautiful artist, and I'm so grateful to her for creating color therapy, light language, allowing herself to be guided as she created the images, the beautiful colors and light. So, for you, one of my favorite, I'm a child of divine love and light. Just remembering that simple mantra for yourself. I am a child of divine love and light. It says you are a child of divine love and light, but you are a child of divine love and light. You're a mother, you're a father, you're a high priestess, high priest of divine love and light. You're a god, goddess, you're a master of divine love and light. Okay, so I drew one more from this deck, and I'll put the link below to where you can find this deck. And please ask me if you have any more questions right here. I'm having reflection. It says, feel the shining crown on your head. It never falls off. You are magical and always connected to the divine. So, the crown on your head. You were crowned at birth. You were crowned before birth. But when you entered this world and you chose to come to this beautiful earth star, this beautiful place, this powerful journey that you chose, and the parents that you chose to come journey with, you were crowned. And it's a powerful crown. And it never falls off of your head, no matter what you do. And I know that we all talk about our crown chakra. It is powerful. But this crown is also that and more. You were crowned. And babies crown when they're born. And it's okay if your baby didn't. It is still crowned. It goes beyond that. It's very sacred. But this is why they say this crowning, right? You're crowned. Own that crown. Straighten that crown on your head. Shoulders rolled back. Neck loose. Inhale and exhale. Feel that crown. And we don't feel it from the head forward, right? The head is on the spine and it's lifted up from here, from the back, from that well of dreams that we can manifest, that magic that we hold within, that creation, creator, creatrix. And that crown is on our head. No matter if we fall down, we stand up. The crown is still there. If we tumble, if we really flip out, if we, whatever, the crown is still there. Remember that. And the last card. So I drew 3 from this deck, and I'll draw 1 from the other one. So this has light language on it. I love this. It's the partner to the white one, and or I like to call it the rainbow one, but the children might have a different name for it. Acts of light. So whatever that means to you, this card. It's intentional that there are no words, because there are light language on it. So I'll draw 1 last card for you. Yeah, I love that too. I love that name. Well of Dreams. Dreams mean so many things. How have your dreams been lately? How have your dreams been? If you want to comment below, if you're listening to the replay or even now, in these last few minutes. How have you been dreaming? I've been experiencing this retrograde. I saw the question a bit ago. I've been experiencing it with acts of light. And less sleep than I've normally had for a while, which is good. You know, I've been in that dream world too. And there have been some very interesting dreams arise for me. How have they been for you? Mugwort. This is the last card I'll draw. Mugwort. Rites of passage. Rites of passage, mugwort. Mugwort also cleanses our space. It acts like an auric field cleanser, cleansing your space. If you have a bundle of mugwort, I used to make some bundles of mugwort, and it's connected to the moon energies too. So that lunar energy it holds, and it's silvery in the night, and you know, allowing yourself to cleanse with it. Celtic peoples drink it as tea sometimes. It's very strong, and it will create very vivid dreams if you sleep with mugwort pillow, you know, or have mugwort by your bedstand. My dreams have also been very vivid and very, very full. But the mugwort can help create boundaries as well, okay? But it's very powerful. It helps you in dream time have very vivid dreams and remember your dreams very well. So it calls that forward and brings that forward. But rites of passage, we are going through rites of passage, whether they be small, medium, large, extra large, mundane, stellar, dimensional. We are interdimensional beings. We are multiverse beings. We are multi-dimensional beings. You are made of stars and all that goes with that, all the light, all the love. Love is everything. So you're going through your rites of passage, and I honor you, I respect you, I bow to you. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Thank you for the beauty and the light that you share. Keep dancing, keep moving through your acts of light. Create them as you desire. What are your acts of light? What are you filling your light with? What are you filling your temple of light with? What acts are you giving to yourself? I hope many and plenty, and I hope it's refilling your cup. So many blessings to you. Thank you for joining me. Oh, and I will say one last thing. I do have an event coming up if you want to check that out. I'll also put it in the link below on my page, melissavirtue.com. The Rose Lineage, the Path of Myrrh. Many blessings to you.